Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Notes Wali. In this video we are going to cover up the notes of chapter number 3 electrochemistry from the class 12th chemistry, and the link for PDF is in the description box. So let's take a quick look at the main topics of the chapter that we have covered in the notes. Electrochemistry is basically the study of electricity and how it relates to the chemical reaction. In this chapter we are going to study its two aspects, that is we convert chemical energy to electrical energy, and the other one is we will convert electrical energy to chemical energy. The actual reactions are and the mechanisms are very complex, but we will study or see only basic reactions here, and the mechanism of this reaction is basically the redox reaction that we have already studied. And we also know that what are spontaneous and non-spontaneous reactions. Next we look at the types of cell. We will study here two types of cells. The cells are not of the physics, but these cells are the containers in which the electrochemical reactions will be carried on. Two types of cells are electrochemical and electrolytic. You have to remember that oxidation always occurs at anode and reduction always occurs at the cathode, which is the negative electrode. Firstly, we look at the electrochemical cell. At first, we discuss the electrochemical cell, and mainly we look at the Daniell cell, which is designed by the John Daniell, and its electrodes are made of zinc and copper. Zinc is made the anode, whereas copper is made the cathode. This is the setup for it, and half cells are connected by a salt bridge. Half cells are also called redox couples. After that, we learn to calculate the cell potential and the standard cell potential. The electrode potential of an half cell is calculated by making the use of standard hydrogen electrode. The standard electrode potential of SH is assigned 0. After that, there is the construction of SHE. The next topic is very important, that is Nernst equation. It is very helpful in calculating the cell potential. The Nernst equation can be used to find the equilibrium constant or Gibbs energy for a particular reaction and EMF of the cell at a given concentration. The next topic is conductance of electrolytic solution, and the conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, and resistance has been explained in very detailed manner in the physics chapters. Like resistivity, the conductivity can also be defined, and it is defined as the reciprocal of resistivity and denoted by small k, known as kappa. Substances are classified into three categories on the basis of conductivity, that are conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. After that, we brief the electrolytic and metallic conductance. The next topic is the conductivity of ionic solution, and we calculate here, but two major problems are there, that is we cannot use direct current, and as we are dealing with solutions, so we can't connect it with wires. So we use a special type of vessel here, which is known as conductivity cell, and its construction is explained in very detailed manner. You can look for it. After that, we define molar conductivity of an ionic solution and also look at the factors on which it depends. The next topic is variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with the concentration and temperature along with their graphs. The next topic is Colroche law of independent migration of ions. It is also very useful for calculating the standard electrode potential of cells. The another part of this chapter, that is electrolytic cells, which are used to convert electrical energy to chemical energy. So we will be looking at non-spontaneous reactions here whose Gibbs energy value is greater than 0. The first process that we look here is the copper purification. Second process is electroplating. After that, we come to the Faraday's laws, which are two, and they relate to the quantitative aspect of electrolysis. Electrolysis products also depend on some factors that are listed here. After that, we do a brief comparison of galvanic and electrolytic cells. The next topic is the construction and work of a battery. Batteries are of two types, that are primary battery and secondary battery, and we have also explained some of the examples of the primary and secondary batteries. Like examples of a primary battery include dry cell, second is mercury cell. The example of secondary battery include lead storage battery and nickel cadmium battery. The last topic of the chapter is corrosion, which is the process of deposition of a layer of oxide, sulfate, sulfides, or other salts of any metal on the surface of an object. We will be also seeing the corrosion in the perspective of electrochemistry. With this, we have completed this chapter and we shall meet very soon with the new topics. Till then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.